Hey everybody, welcome to Making Sense of It All. I'm your host Jesse Stakes, and I am really pleased to bring you the Tin Cup Club. We are back. The Masters is this week, and I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to talk about it and kind of celebrate what this week means. Blakely, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, happy to be here. It's good to see you guys.
Wes, always a pleasure. It's been too long.
I know it's been way too long, but goddamn, I love seeing y'all's beautiful faces.
Making me blush. Shelton, it's a pleasure, my friend. It's been, again, another one that's been way too long.
I always enjoy seeing y'all, and I look forward to seeing all these beautiful mugs here in about 2 weeks in person.
That's true. Tin Cup's coming up soon. Padrone, cheers. It's good to see you.
What's up, boys? Good to be here.
All right, so I'm going to start with you. What you drinking today?
Starting with me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going with Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye. It is absolutely amazing stuff. There you
Nice.
go. And it helps that rye has a green label. So,
Always.
little
Why
nice
does rye?
addition.
I'm going to go side street here. Why the hell does rye always have a green label?
I don't know. That's something good to look up. I have no idea.
All right, get back to me on that one. Wes, what you drinking?
I got a little Eagle Rare for everyone today, so yum yum.
Shelton?
Have a little Blanton's Gold in the Masters logo cup.
Low life living the high life right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Blakely?
I got a little Midwinter's Night Dram, Act 12, Scene 2. It's a good one.
Nice. No acts, no scenes, nothing from around the world, just a little bit of Angel's Envy in my cup. So cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, my question to you guys, there's a tiger in the room. I mean, what in the hell has been going on for the last several weeks with Tiger Woods? I mean, like this has been kind of the talk of the golf world. Tiger Woods hasn't played competitive golf in how long now? What is it? 2 years?
It's got to be 2 years.
But they're still trying to. They like the talk of the golf world before the Masters for the last month has been: is Tiger Woods going to show up at the Masters? So, I mean, I'd love to just get y'all's opinion on it because it's just. I mean, in some ways, I think it's sad, but at the same time, it's hard. I forget what movie it was, but they said never feel sorry for a man who owns his own plane.
True.
And so it's hard to feel sorry for the dude, but I'd love to get your thoughts on it, Wes.
Yeah, I mean, as a grown up big Tiger fan, it's sad, it's frustrating. I mean, God knows what he's going through. I mean, I can't imagine the pain he's probably going through with all the surgeries, and obviously there's some kind of addiction there for this to be a recurring theme.
You think?
But it's just so, yeah, I just feel kind of bad for him that he's been this kind of elite athlete for so long. You kind of see him as like this dude who doesn't quit, and to see all this kind of happen to him, he can't kick something like this. I think there's a lot of demons there. There's a lot of stuff that we probably have no idea about. And one, I wanted to get some help, but two, kind of pissed at not being responsible. I mean, he could have killed someone up, including himself, these past few accidents. So I kind of go through the spectrum of empathy, pissed off. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it's just a sad situation in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I think that's well said. Padron, what do you think?
I mean, I couldn't have said it much better. It's kind of funny. Well, funny and not. I got tickets to the TGL event the day before, and I made a joke like, when am I going to see Tiger like play live again? I mean, I spent $200 on the ticket, and the next day he announces he's playing in the event. The tickets went up to like $2,000, and I almost sold them. And then part of the reason for me not selling him was because, man, I get to see him play live, and I'm like, when am I going to see him play live? And I just decided to go ahead and go, and not, a day later, all this stuff hits, and I'm like, shoot, man, now it's realistic. Like,
Yeah.
when am I going to see him play live again? And I think he he was trending. He was going to play. I mean, every sign was pointing towards him playing. And he was off in that event. You could tell it was just little things here and there, just with his short, especially short game. He was missing putts he shouldn't have, and his chipping was off and everything else. But his full swings looked really good, and I think he was trending that way. But obviously, there's other things going on in his mind and his life that the recovery, and that's things that he needs to get work on. And obviously none of us can ever, hopefully we're never in that situation, and you don't know what somebody's dealing with, and hopefully he gets, the help he needs and goes on from there. And that's, that's all I can really say about that on that, but just get the help you need and don't rush back. And, hopefully we see him out there again at some point, but that's really not the important part right now.
Yeah, well, on a side note, but kind of an important note, somebody else putted pretty well that day down at TGL, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't feel like that was the part to bring that up, but yes,
Well,
I got randomly selected to go on the main green and got to do a little putting contest, and I won $1,000. So likely I didn't sell the tickets. I made up money anyways. So I'm waiting for my TGL check. So I'm officially paid by TGL at some point.
I still want to know how many putters you use. I know you're in
It's funny. They didn't let me do anything. They gave me a putter, they gave me a ball, and just said go out there. I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to put a roll of ball on the green. I didn't get to do anything.
Yeah.
So
it'd have been fun if he had made that putt. He would have been using that putter at 10 Cup in 2 weeks.
probably odyssey. It was an odyssey, but yeah, if that putter would have won me 25 grand because I had a chance for a 25 grand putt, maybe I would have. Yeah, you're right.
I don't see how you could not have.
Right.
All right.
Those greens are really, really fast, though, by the way.
So I know you guys are not at work, but I'm going to kind of put you on the spot. Professionally, you're both physicians. You deal with people that are taking medications all the time. Like, do you have a different perspective? And I'll throw it to Blakely first. Like, do you have a different perspective on this than what us as lay people would, as far as with kind of the prescription medication issues that he's had?
A slightly different perspective because, we all know, even if you're not in the medical field, these drugs can be dangerous. They're highly addictive. There are numerous court cases and litigation going back from the 80s, where these prescription drug companies are pumping these highly addictive medications, making them, instead of a long-lasting time release, immediate release, which only increases their addictiveness, and pumping these as the new pill. This is the new future. I don't remember exactly when. It might have been in the 90s. They introduced pain as the sixth vital sign, and they're going to doctors, going to their offices, saying, "Hey, this is something you have to treat. This is going to be tied into patient satisfaction. If you're not treating their pain, then you're not treating their illness. And these are the medications you need to use." And we've seen now throughout these past decades that they can be very detrimental to people, their families, their life in general. And that's kind of what you see playing out here. There's no way for him to undergo this amount of surgery, and we all know he wants to get back out there immediately every time. So he's putting his body through a ton of stress, and it's only going to require him to take more pain medicine. It's no wonder that he's hooked on this stuff, and that could be opioids, muscle relaxers, the whole gamut. And him himself already, he's, pretty stout guy. It's going to take a lot to manage him, even if he's just coming off of one surgery, let alone all the ones he's had and the years he's been on pain medication.
But Sheldon, what do you think?
No, I was going to go with the pain being that extra vital sign. That is one of the things that got us into this opioid crisis. Because again, it's almost like you weren't doing your job if the patient was reporting pain after surgery. I mean, this is a big surgery, and this is probably oversimplifying things, but you're going to be rated off if their pain level's a 2, so you give them more medicine to get them down, or you give them enough medicine where they can't talk when they leave the recovery room. You're going to get a better ratings than someone who else goes out in pain. And I don't want to bash the opioids overall. Again, we use them every day in acute situations, but when you start having the more chronic pain issues, multiple surgeries, you have to, your body builds up a tolerance to these, and you have to start taking more and more and more to get the same effects. And then you start combining them with other prescription drugs, alcohol, other non-prescription drugs. It's just a slippery slope, and we do see it all the time. And you feel bad for him, like obviously as a person we talked about, as an athlete, or we're all sports fans. So I separate my sports fandom from the personal side of things. I have my own life. And obviously as a person, you want him to get the help he needs. You're obviously glad, as Wes said, that no one else was severely hurt in any of these, because this will be a whole different discussion. But as the fan side of things, you are somewhat disappointed, just the fact that he's not there. It's the tournament's a whole different, any golf tournament, any event, TGL, anything is different when Tiger is there. I mean, 10 Cup 2019, we were almost waiting for the round to get over just so we could watch Tiger walk up the fairway. I have a picture of my kids in their underwear on the couch, watching as Tiger did this when they were 3 and 5 years old. So obviously hope he gets the help as a person. But as a fan, I think we were all looking forward to him trying to be back.
Yeah, no doubt. Blakely, I kind of cut you off there. Was there something else you wanted to say?
Well, I mean, I just wanted to say, like, kind of echoing Wes, I have like a myriad of feelings for this. I mean, my dad played golf with his buddies, and he would take me out, and like I had to ride the cart, hit a couple of shots. So I would have liked golf regardless. But growing up, when Tiger came out, and you see somebody, it's like, hey, that guy looks like me, and he's killing it. Like, this is something I can do. This is a place that I actually belong at too. It really, it breaks my heart when I look at, although, I'm not going to get to see him, and that's really what I want to see. But this guy's come out here and had, what, 4 DUIs in the past decade. It's like, why are you doing this? Even though I understand addiction and everything like that. Yeah, I just wish he could somehow cope with whatever it is that's stopping him from having a driver, or being responsible. Because the truth is that, like, if he keeps going on this path and is unable to get help, he's going to kill somebody or kill himself, and both of those are going to be tragic. I hate seeing a hero of mine growing up, somebody you idolize, going down this path. And it also, you feel like we're getting robbed of some of his, still great years. Had he never gone off the cliff in California, he had just won not too long ago before that.
Yeah.
Where would we be now? I mean, would he have won another 10, 5, get a major or two? Who knows? And I just hate that.
No doubt.
I think the whole not having a driver thing, and his reason is because of privacy. It's like, well, what else are you doing that you need all that privacy for too? Or is it the drugs talking? So, I mean,
Yeah.
like I said,
give me $1 million, I will drive for him and 360. Keep my mouth shut. Yeah.
Conversations with the president, apparently.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was in between talking to Iran. Do you think that he put him on hold to talk to Tiger? Do you think he said, "Excuse me, Tiger Woods is calling"?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is huge.
God, the part that this was years ago when he had first had the vertebrae fused. I remember on 1010XL in Jacksonville, Florida, they had somebody on the radio, and they were talking about there's no way in the world he could swing as fast as he swings a golf club and not continue to herniate or harm the discs above and below where he had the 2 fused. And I don't even think that the back has been the focus. I mean, like you said, he had the car wreck. I mean, he's torn his Achilles tendon. He's done all kinds of stuff that's, outside of just the back. I just think I'm kind of with what you said, Blakely, and what you said, Altus. I mean, to me, get a driver, I mean, that solves the bulk of the legal problems that the guy's had. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily fix his personal problems or fixes the substance issues, but I mean, at least then he's dealing with personal problems. He's not putting anyone else at risk. That was my biggest thing with it, is that it's just like drinking or anything else. It's like I mean, for most of us, somebody say call an Uber, and it's like
Yeah.
if you're him, I mean, Christ, like you said, he's got unlimited funds. He can pay somebody.
And he had the security detail at his house. Probably not a hard phone call to make real quick to get someone. And his house isn't that far from the golf course he was practicing at. So,
And they know what's going on there.
hell yeah, they do.
100%.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All right, flip side of this, Phil Mickelson is also not playing in the Masters. It's the first time since 1994, I believe, that or that both of them have not been in the Masters field, which I think is kind of crazy when you think about that. But that's, I mean, 32 years. So, I mean, there's not really been much information about why Phil's not playing. He's missed a ton of live events this year and they keep citing family issues. Does anybody else have any insight, or has anyone else heard any rumors or innuendo out there?
I haven't heard much of anything. I mean, we all know his wife like to battle cancer, so maybe there's something there. I have no idea. Maybe there's something with him. I know in the videos you kind of see him. He does look a little like he's thinning out a little bit. And I don't know if he's doing shots or whatever, but he just doesn't look healthy in the videos I've seen him in. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is all just speculation. I have no idea, but I would not be surprised if maybe he's dealing with something.
Yeah, I was surprised that he because he did get out to a live event like 2 weeks ago, and then to miss the Masters. I would have thought. I mean, pick or choose one of them. I would have thought he would have chose the Masters on that, but that's me.
The best. I saw a quote by Justin Rose on that. This is my only thought on this. It was somebody asked him about that. This is the first time in 30 years with neither one of them. And Justin Rose said, with the greatest respect to those two, I hadn't even thought about it.
I was gonna say, until Jesse mentioned it earlier, that was my one thought. I mean, my literal whole thing was you started bringing up topics and you said Phil Mickelson. I was like, I honestly have not thought
Yeah.
of that person in probably at least the last 6 months. I mean, it's almost like he's always out there on social media. I'm not a big social media person, but there's always something. He's always out there, seemed to be needling someone and I just, once you said his name, I realized like I have not heard it. He's been on radio silence for like at least 6 months.
Yeah.
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 All right, I got a question for all of you. Where the hell do I watch the Masters this year? Because I mean, it seems like it seems like they got bits and pieces of it everywhere. So, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Padron, what do you think about the coverage this year and how split up it is?
I mean, I think they're trying to hit every market. So it seems like you've got the app, you've got Amazon, you've got, I mean, everywhere. It's like March Madness, it seems like. I mean, I guess the more the merrier at this point. But I guess it's harder to find. But everything's going towards this streaming service, right? So everybody's going off of cable, so they're trying to find all these Amazon Primes and everything like that. So I guess Masters is like, well, we're going to go that way too. So I believe this year they're adding Amazon Prime to it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's the way of the future. So you might as well jump on it as well. So it seems like if you want to watch every shot, you possibly can. So you pick where you want to watch it. You can pretty much find it.
I mean, you got Paramount Plus, ESPN Plus, Prime Video, Masters.com on the app, and then you've got basically CBS and every one of their affiliates. It seems like they're covering something.
I think it's a brilliant strategy. We're going to talk about the topic here in a minute, but if you make the coverage so hard to find at all times, everyone's going to be, you know what? There's one place I can watch coverage all day long, and that is the app or masters.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
That problem.
Yeah.
I've been I got my iPad in the locker at work, and so I plan Thursday just setting that bad boy up and posting up when I'm not busy. Because we grew up where you gotta be at the house in front of the TV at 3 p.m. when it comes on,
Yes.
And then when you go take your pee break on commercial, your brother's yelling, "Hey, it's coming back on." You gotta run jump over the couch and get back in front of it. So you tell me that I can just watch it wherever I want, whenever. I love it. And the Masters app, like we were talking about it before, it's probably one of the best apps in the world, you know. They allow you to watch a couple different feature groups. Now you can tune in to see the player you want to see, basically the whole tournament. Uh, I remember a few years back when Bubba Watson um, hit that hell of a cut shot from the woods on 11. I watched that in my car. I was driving down
Yeah.
16 going to Savannah. And it's just insane that you can do that now.
No doubt. Well, and it's to your point. I mean, like last year we did Tin Cup actually on Masters weekend,
Yeah.
and so I had it on my phone the whole time, where it was like I literally was watching golf while I'm playing golf on the Masters app, and I thought it was. I mean, it made you feel like you weren't missing anything ever.
Yeah.
But let me play devil's advocate here for a second too, because I mean, like you brought up a good point, Blakely. Like when you're a kid and you could only watch it from three to close basically, like, and you had to, when you're in the other room and you're doing something else and your brother yells at you or somebody yells at you to come watch because Tiger's about to hit a ball or somebody's, something great just happened and you're hauling tail back into the living room, jumping over the couch. There's something fun and exciting about that too.
Definitely. I mean, there definitely is that, but I think in today's day and age, especially, we're all becoming used to this streaming service. And when I get to this time in April, my azaleas are blooming, we just had Easter. I'm ready to be inundated by the Masters. And I think they know that people want that. They do a good job. It's coming every which way.
No
And
doubt.
I can't get enough of it regardless.
Hey, and just to date ourselves, when you said, "Hey," a few years ago when Bubba Watson won the Masters, that was 12 years ago, my friend.
I'm an old man. What can I say? I'm fine.
So we talked. I mean, we kind of brought up the fact that you've got Augusta National, and Shelton kind of hinted at it, but they really have done a fantastic job of branding themselves. I mean, and it's like Wes is wearing the hat, so anybody who's watching this on video will see. Like, I mean, it's like, I mean, there's almost a luxury feeling to their brand. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that you could say that they actually tried to do that. I mean, Wes, do you think that they've really put a lot of effort into like making their brand like a luxury item, or like, I mean, how do you think that they've created such an exclusivity or feel to this?
Well, one, nothing is by accident with Augusta National and the Masters. I'm sure they probably saw this and was like, okay, now we got something. But I think the exclusivity comes from how hard it is to get in on the grounds. And this is the only place you can get this stuff is on the grounds, unless you want to pay double or triple on the secondary market, which it seems like they're going to try and cut back on. But I mean, what was the number? I think they're going to do like $100 million in sales this year is what they're projecting.
Wow.
It's like, are you kidding me? So,
Right.
but I mean, you know, I don't think they charge anything outrageous in the shop. Like it's all, if you went to the PG Superstore and got a Peter Millar shirt, it's the same. You just get the logo for the Masters on it. So I mean, they don't gouge you in any way. But I think the as far as it being a luxury item, I think it's more of a token representing what the Masters is. It's special. People enjoy it when you get there. You're fully consumed by it, and then you wear the gear, and I am fully consumed by
There.
it.
Shelton, what do you think?
I mean, like I said, I used that word exclusivity earlier on. I think that is probably the biggest driver. Just from an overall golf standpoint, though, we think about the majors, we think about these golf, we'll just go with the majors. For the most part, we're switching courses every year. This is the one course that is the same every single year. We know how difficult it is with the lottery to get tickets. I think I don't know if they had all this in mind. We'll say 20 years ago, but it's like over the course of time with the new technology and how sports have evolved, I think early on they realized what they had, and almost the more they limited it, the better off they would be from a financial standpoint. I was reading earlier about most golf clubs are, they're public entities. They receive tax breaks and things like that. Where Augusta is truly is a private institution, so they don't have to tell you what they're spending. They can do all these things kind of behind the scenes that a lot of other clubs cannot. Um, but just that exclusiveness of it, the fact that look at the courses we played before. We've gone to Sawgrass and played there, and that's kind of the allure to play those. We know for the most part we're probably not playing Augusta anytime soon. And I think they kind of play on it, and I think they do it. They've done a great job. I mean, you think of the big brands out there like the NFL, how well they do to protect that logo. The Masters pretty much has probably done that 10 times better than the NFL.
Yeah.
100%. Padron?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the one word, like you guys already mentioned, you talk about is exclusive. And I think what also drives it is, even though, like I've mentioned before in other podcasts, it's not the first major tournament of the year. It is the first major tournament, as referring to the players, which I have a soft spot in my heart for. It is also the beginning of the major season. So that also has something going for it. It is, like Shelton mentioned, the only one that has the same course every year. It is the one that is very exclusive. You can't ever get on there. You can be in the lottery for 20 years to try to get tickets, and you're never going to get in. And you could go another 20 years from now, 40 years into it, you're still not going to get a practice round. And then another thing, they do so well in just the branding of it. Look, I'm not even wearing Masters clothes, and I am covered in the green, the azaleas, and in every single golf brand. I mean, the Titleist green. Today, Lab Golf, which I'm a huge Lab guy for putters, just came out with their Lab Putters Masters Edition for $1,700 for just a putter. I mean, so they're profiting off just the colors of the Masters. I mean, think about there's nothing on there that says Masters or not anything like that. It's just a green and gold on there, and they're selling it for $1,750. And I guarantee if I go on there right now, they're probably all already sold out. So
they were gone under an hour.
How many
there
did
you
you
go.
buy,
See?
Padron?
I had bought I did buy a head cover though, but I did buy a head cover. But it's not only that, it's the branding. Just like if you see an azalea, what's the very first thing you think of? You think of the Masters. You see green. I mean, it's just, well, that must be Masters. It's just they've done such a good job with it, of just the marketing side of it that has nothing to do with the Masters, but you just think of it, and it's crazy. A place that we've never been to, and we may never ever get to go to. Hopefully one day. But
Someone's been there.
sorry, guys.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
the rest of us haven't been to.
AI, Padron.
Yeah.
I've never been to.
Yeah,
And I may
spent
never go to.
the other day trying to get those Jordan Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't get
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I've got green
Sweet.
Jordans. That's as close as I'm going to get. I have
Yeah.
the green swoosh on them. That's my Masters edition.
Well, you bring up a good point, Blakely. I mean, like all of these brands, and I know you said the same thing, Padron, but it's like all these brands like take advantage of the fact that like you don't even have to put a logo on it anymore. You just have to use the colors.
Yeah.
You just have to you just have to have that pine green.
Yeah.
And people know what it is, white and pine green, and if you throw a little yellow in there, somebody's thinking Masters.
Oh yeah.
100% all day, every day.
I also love the fact, like I said, I don't have to have the sound on, but all of a sudden they show that little clip of the car or the drone going down Magnolia Lane, and you start hearing the Masters theme in the background. You all know it. And then Jim Nance, hello friends,
Yeah.
all the terminology. They just do things so differently up there, and I cannot wait.
No.
They do everything perfectly.
Yeah.
But everybody can make mistakes, right? I'm from Georgia. I love the Masters. My family is from Augusta. I spent plenty of summers there growing up. And Augusta is not the Masters. Okay, that place completely changes that week. It's Augusta proper doesn't have that country club feel like the Masters does. But last year, when they changed the theme song from Ray Charles, and they had was it Noah Khan or Kane?
Oh yeah.
No, Con. Yeah.
No,
Can't get down with that.
yeah, that
They need to change that back immediately.
I am with you 100% on that one.
So I mean, you bring up a really good point because I mean, you think about it, the Masters is in Augusta every single year.
Yeah.
Like it's I would think with as much golf tourism that exists, and I mean you're in a hotbed for it. When you look south of Augusta to to Florida or to other parts of Georgia or north into the Carolinas, you've got tourism out the wazoo everywhere. I mean, hell, go to Alabama to the west, and it's like you've got probably one of the most recognizable flags or the most recognizable logos, and it's like, how has nobody developed Augusta, Georgia, which to your point is not necessarily, it doesn't look like the Masters. I've been in that town multiple times. It's like it could use a facelift, it could use a shot in the arm from people who would inject some funding into it, and it would probably help the citizens out a lot too if you put a lot of great jobs there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
100%. I mean, it was at one time the capital of Georgia. It was the second largest city, might still be the second largest city in Georgia. Um, but to your point, there are a lot of good golf courses there. Tiger, the elephant in the room, actually just helped revamp a course. I think it existed
The patch, right?
into the 50s or 60s. Yeah, the patch. And it looks really nice now. So I mean, people are doing some things, but yeah, it's not as much as what could be done, considering it's the home of one of the most famous golf tournaments, in my opinion, the most famous golf tournament in the world.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's funny. Like one of the things that I wrote down as notes for myself, even with this, is like it's scarcity economics is what I think that the Masters does so well. They've got, I mean, they've made tickets like famously hard to get. To your point, like when you're talking about it, Padron, as far as like for just practice round tickets, people join a lottery every single year, and they wait for that email to come to them and say, "Sorry, try again next year," or congratulations, you have won the opportunity to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on buying practice round tickets.
And I'll
Right.
do it every time.
Every single time I will go. The other part of it is like you said, merchandise. You can't, I mean, in like you said, there's a secondary market for it. Like you can find some stuff, but the reality of it is that the majority of the stuff that's sold in Augusta at the Masters, you're not going to find anywhere else. You might find some knockoff stuff, you might find some other things, but there's a whole market where people go in there, buy as much as they can, and they're out selling it online the next day when they get out of there. And then one of the other things I put down, and just as a reminder to myself, because it was like it's such a cool thing, the concessions are cheap. Like
Very.
when you go on the grounds, I mean, you're spending $4 for a beer still. You're spending a couple dollars for a pimento and cheese sandwich. Like
Mhm.
you're buying a peach ice cream and sugar cookie ice cream sandwich for less than $5. Where you go to the Players, you go to any of these other sporting events, and it's $18 for a beer. And if you bring a family up there to buy something, you're not getting out of there for less than a C note.
Correct.
Yeah, I saw you can buy the whole menu for $72, I think somebody said.
I've done it. uh,
Yeah.
that and a stack of beer cups.
Guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
So, but one of the like where it kind of takes me is like the operational excellence that they have at Augusta National in the way that they run not just the golf tournament, but the way that they maintain the golf course. To me, it's second to none. I mean, I like in my mind, like historically, it made me think of Disney World. Like I thought of like it's Disney World for golfers is what I always kind of said. But I mean, like it's you want to talk about technological advances, like for something that looks so traditional, they really there's a lot of technology packed underneath that hood for something that looks like kind of an old classic car. Yes, Wes?
Yeah. Yeah, there is so much technology going on with those grounds. It's unbelievable. I mean, just the tunnel systems they have now. Not sure a lot of people know this, and it's been coming to light recently, but the players now can literally drive into Augusta National, go into a tunnel, take an elevator up to the player locker room, and go out to the range. They don't have to go anywhere else. They don't even have to see a spectator or a patron. until they want to, until they get on the grounds. But just the sub air system, how they can control how much water gets in there. I mean, they have different sized um, divot cutters. So different shapes of divot covers that they can go into their nursery, get that, go back on the grounds and almost match the divot patterns exactly. I remember when I went on number 12, there was a guy literally, guy would hit a shot, he would literally run, grab the divot, put it in a bucket, and wait for the group to finish and then replace the divots. Like
Great.
no, and I'm talking like even a little speck of the divot he was picking up. Like there was no excess of dirt anywhere. They picked it up between every single group. And that right there just said enough to me. I'm like, okay, these guys don't miss a beat on anything.
No doubt. Blakely, you've been out there, right?
Yeah.
So what was it that stuck out to you?
I mean, like Wes was saying, the whole place is just pristine. Like on the course, it's just pristine. And I know they had that whole thing talking about mud balls. I mean, it is a soft place and everything. But when you're walking around watching them hit the shots, the the not the rough, I guess, but the first cut, looks like the putting greens of some of these places we go to.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get over how every blade of grass is just in the right place. You know,
100%.
and then you come back the next day and it looks the same.
Yes.
It's like, didn't we just play golf here?
Yeah.
Someone was actually talking to me, I don't know where we were, but they were like, man, they're letting the amateurs play on Saturday. They're going to mess the course up. And I was like, they would need a nuclear bomb, you know, They would- in order to mess this course up. They were going to have this thing fixed in a matter of hours. Right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the most impressive thing to me, like when I've been on the grounds, is the bathrooms. Like, I mean, anybody who goes to sporting events knows how dirty bathrooms can get at a sporting event, and the fact that after every time you came out of a stall, there was somebody cleaning the
Yep.
bathroom, like cleaning the toilet immediately right behind you,
Hmm.
that was one of the most amazing things that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Shel-
I think, and just to piggyback on that, even if when you're walking around the grounds, the TV stands, the concession stands, the bathrooms, they're so camouflaged,
Oh,
you
yeah.
almost don't know they're there. Like you
Yeah.
literally have to be on top of it and know where you're going for some of the bathrooms. Because I walked up on one, I'm like, holy crap, where'd this come from? Like it
Yeah.
is wild. So sorry, go ahead.
no, you're completely good. Shelton, what do you?
No, I agree that I mean, they're just on a whole other level than a lot of other places. Again, Sawgrass is going to be near and dear to most of our hearts here. But I, I was watching the drive, chip, and putt this weekend. I watched some of the Augusta women's amateur there, and they were doing some just live coverage before there, and they were doing little drone shots of each hole. And this was live camera, TV, blah, blah, blah. AI could not have made a better looking picture than what it looked like in reality. I mean, you
Yeah,
just look at the bunkers. I mean, it almost looks like there's not even a single grain of sand that is sitting out there. It's unlike anything else, any other golf course I've ever seen. And granted, these are holes they're not playing on. This is all getting ready for that, but it is just amazing what they do. And I think I was reading about the staff they have, how many volunteers they have. I think going back to that exclusivity of it is the people that go there and work this event, they feel that obligation to do so. They're honored to be there and they want it to be that exact event. Going to fill the guy who went out to fill out the divots, like, I would
Hmm.
think of another course I could have my son go out there and do that. They take pride in that. And
Yeah.
that whenever they walk away, you can tell that didn't have that. I mean, there was no grass missing. But just the picture of it, you could not have made a better AI generated picture of what that drone showed flowing into I think it was the 17th green. Amazing.
Hmm.
yeah, no doubt. It's interesting you said that because when I was up there for a practice round, I had asked one of the volunteers, I'm like, "How do you get to be a volunteer here?" And he kind of laughed and he goes, "Well, my grandfather was a volunteer, my father was a volunteer, and now I'm a volunteer." And they passed it down generation to generation, and it really was almost a birthright. It was something that they felt incredibly fortunate to be a part of. So,
And those some of those, sorry to cut you off, but some of those volunteers get to play.
They get to play one day. They give them
Yeah.
one day on the course, and if it rains or if for whatever reason if an act of God happens and that day gets canceled, they do not reschedule
Yeah.
it.
Do not respect.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Padron, I know that you haven't been out there, and I know that you haven't had the opportunity to be on the grounds and walk around Augusta National and go see the Masters yourself. But as a person who has watched it on television for many years, what is it to you that stands out?
Jealousy
Yeah.
of of the three of you. I mean, on video games, I've walked the grounds plenty. No, I mean, and they probably, like Shelton said, the video game probably doesn't even do it justice. No, like it looks fake. Like even looking at it, like I have on the TV on here, I have live from, and it's on basically this entire week. It doesn't leave my office. Um, but it looks fake. And I like the closest thing that I can relate to it is the players and walking around. And those grounds to me look like outstanding. And like I went this year, my brother-in-law and my sister went with us to the players, and they hadn't been to the players in 20 years, 20 plus years, and they were walking around those grounds, and I'm telling them like, can't you believe this? And they had been to the Masters a few years ago, and they're like, you got to go to Augusta. And they're like, this is amazing. Like, yes, I agree with you, but I can't describe it.
Yeah.
It's like, you just can't. And I'm like, I just can't.
Tiger and TGL cut you your check for your putting. Yes. Take it and buy a ticket.
Yeah, it's free money. Yeah. I mean, I can't. I mean, I guarantee you that the putting green is probably less manicured at TGL than it is probably at Augusta.
There's no debating that. I'll put money that is the case.
And it's fake.
And it's fake. Yeah, that's the wild part.
All right, so to kind of round this off, and like I'm going to throw it around to everybody, but Blakely, what are you most excited about watching this year? Like in the 2026 Masters, what's exciting to you?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm kind of excited that it seems like anybody can kind of get out there and win it right now. There's a couple of people that are a little hot on tour right now, but obviously when you think about it, it's like, well, Scotty Scheffler is the best guy out there. He's going to win it, but he hasn't really been winning anything right now. But he's always in there. Cam Young looks good. He's coming off of a win at a pretty good event. You know, most of us would say. He could win. Then you have people who just always do well at the Masters. Like Rose is always up there. Schauffele's always up there. It just right now I can't pick a winner, so I feel like anybody could do it. So that's what's really most exciting. Yeah, well, you saw what happened last year, right? That's what's most exciting about it to me. Aside from just the basic fact that the Masters are coming on this week. And I get really pumped for that.
No doubt. Padron, what are you most excited about?
Yeah, I mean, I would have said the exact same thing when you first asked that question, because this year I'm doing out. Actually, McHale got me to join this little one and done thing. And it's every week in the PGA Tour, and I didn't realize just doing this thing how much parity there's been this year in the tour, and it's crazy the different names that are in there every week, and the people that are just hot right now and the big names aren't really there right now going into the Masters, where normally somebody is standing out. I mean, you got Fitzy's been playing very well. Like he said, Cam Young's playing well. I mean, Scheffler is the odds-on favorite, but he's not. He hasn't been he hasn't been playing well. But if you look at his finishes, his worst finish is like T20 or something. So it's like for him, it's not well. But it's like, yeah. But for anybody else, they take that any day of the week, or So it's like it's just. You don't know what's going to happen. And I think that's what's most exciting about the Masters. And you've got these guys that are just built for the course and always do well. The Justin Roses, like he said, that are always there. The Schauffele's, the Hattons that are always playing well. Patrick Reed that is always up in the top 10 in this. And then you got the live guys. I already mentioned Hatton, but DeChambeau and Rahm that are always playing well this course. Koepka's in majors. It's just, you just never know what's going to happen. And what's going on Thursday and Friday is going to be completely different than Saturday and Sunday sometimes, and somebody's just going to come out of nowhere. Um, and I think that's, for some reason, this tournament always lends itself to that. It's always tight enough to where somebody just makes a run. And I think it just makes it different than any other tournament for me.
No doubt. Shelton, what about you?
I think the parity being a little more open than I feel like historically it has been. I'm not going to mention a lot of those names. I do think, obviously, last year was historic. Rory completing the career Grand Slam. I'm curious to see how he comes up and follows that. Um, there was a big winner on the PGA Tour last week who I think is now in the Masters, who it'd be very interesting to see how Gary Woodland comes out and plays. The live guys, if you look at the odds for this tournament, two of the top four are live, and DeChambeau and John Rahm. And then again, you mentioned Brooks being back. There's too many things right now. I'm just really excited to get out there and see that first tee shot on Thursday. There's not one particular thing. I'm just ready for it all. I love these 4 days.
Wes?
Jordan Spieth, actually.
All right.
I'm kind of interested to see what he does because he's been playing some pretty quiet, good golf. The putter hasn't quite been there, but since there isn't Scotty, isn't doing Scotty things, is this kind of like a little welcome back to Augusta, Jordan Spieth? So I'm interested. I'm kind of pumped to see what he does this week. That's probably the thing I'm the most excited about because I would like to see him on some more leaderboards and bring back that old fire. But again, man, it's Masters week. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love this week.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, for me, not that I didn't enjoy doing it and watching it all together last year because we did Tin Cup on the weekend of the Masters, but I'll be excited just to kind of park it and watch the golf because I felt like last year I didn't watch a ton of it in comparison to what I normally do. So I'll be excited just to kind of to veg out in front of the television and enjoy the coverage like you guys said. All right, Mike, I'm going to flip it over to you so you can run through our picks for the weekend or for the week.
Well, it's going to be just like last year, except hopefully the finishes is different because I came in last. All right, so we're going to go in reverse order from the way we finished last year. So I'll be going first.
Who came in first? I just was kind of curious. Who actually won this year?
That doesn't matter.
New season.
Jesse, you did.
Yeah.
Jesse and Wes. Jesse by a whisker over Wes. Blakely came in third, Shelton fourth. I came in last. So we're going to go reverse, and then we'll snake it. So Jesse, when it comes to you, you'll have back-to-back picks for this week, and then back through it, and I'll have the last pick.
Relegated the fifth place person last year. That would have been fun.
Just to double check, we can't pick the same person once we pick them once, correct?
Sure. You want to pick the same person twice?
No, like throughout the whole major season.
Right.
Yeah.
So once, let's say, whatever, once you pick somebody for the Masters, they're done for all the majors. They're done for the season.
Or you like the individual. Got it. All right.
Correct. All right. What's crazy about my first pick is I'm calling it a risk, but it shouldn't be. But I'm going with Scotty Scheffler. I just think this little time off, although it was his wife's time off for him. I think it's going to do him well, and he's going to come out and play some good golf. I don't know if he's going to win it all, but I think he'll do it, top 5, top 8, and win me some money this week. All right, Sheldon, your pick.
I think I had him last year, and he's played very well. Just hasn't seemed he puts himself in contention and hasn't been able to close that out. But again, his swing I think is probably the best on tour. Ludwig Oberg.
I love it.
I like that one because he was on my list of people to pick.
Oberg. All right.
And
I've already got Cam Smith penciled in for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can take solace in the fact that I picked Cam Smith last. I still finished third. Doesn't matter. I still stand by my reasoning for that.
Pick him
Just
again,
gotta
Blakely.
sometimes it doesn't happen. I'm gonna go with Rosie.
I love it. That's my one and done, by the way, this week on that one league I was telling you about. I'm going against the I'm trying to get somebody that not everybody's picking. So Rose for Blake Lee. Altus.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the
Alt.
first live guy, Rom.
Love it. All right, Jesse, back to back picks.
All right, I'm gonna do Bryson.
I already started writing it before I even said your name.
And then I'm going to take Matt Fitzpatrick.
Mm,
You
Damn
son
it.
of a bitch.
yeah,
That was the second one.
I like him a lot this week.
Damn it.
Ever since he lost the braces, he's been
Yeah.
really good.
Oh boy. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna put my faith into Mr. Xander Schauffele.
Well, I'll probably get some shit for this, but I'm gonna go with Matsuyama.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I
I wanted to pick Xander Schauffele, but you just took him.
I don't hate that.
You guys are killing me. My last pick might take me a little bit. You guys are killing me right now.
I like how we're saying good picks, but all these are the top 10 favorites to win.
Well, I mean,
Really? I mean,
If you're
look,
gonna,
there's only five of us, and you get two apiece, right? So
I think the lowest right
it's
now
20
is
picks.
Rose is down there, I guess. But
Yeah.
You're only going to be picking 8 people a year.
And we're going for the best finishes, so
Yeah.
you really like
Mhm.
to try to pick someone who's kind of a way out thought. It really kind of hurts you if they
Yeah.
if they
Unless
miss
you
a
think
cut.
you're really going to win, you're gaining nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Right.
like spread, there's no.
all right, Sheldon, who you teaming up with Oberg?
I'm going to go. This guy breaks my heart so many times in life, so he probably will again this year for this. He doesn't break my heart because I pick him. He picks because someone else has them, but Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy.
Be a feel good one.
Yeah.
All right, only because I'm going to go with a horse for the course. I am going to go with Captain America, Patrick Reed.
Reed.
I like it.
Like, if you talk to him recently, they're buddy from back in the day.
He spent some time in Augusta.
He sure did.
Only because I don't see him. I don't see myself picking him again the rest of the year. So
Not unless you're
all
watching the
right,
European
so we
tour.
got yeah, it's true. Padron with Scheffler Reed, Shelton, Oberg, and Fleetwood, Blakely, Rose, and Matsuyama, Altus, Rom, and Schauffele, Stakes, DeChambeau, and Fitzpatrick. And not Matthew Fitzpatrick, it's the brother, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't think he made the field.
And we're doing this off a money one, correct?
Money won in the tournament, yes, sir.
There we go.
And I'm
All
going to
right.
create a FanDuel lineup out of these too.
Nice.
So just win my own money.
Interesting. No one taking the defending champ.
He's going to be on a hangover.
You
No.
gotta save some. You gotta save a big guy for later.
Mm.
I mean, Scheffler. I could have gone Scheffler, Rory there. Would have been a nice little one too. But
I mean, I'm sure all of us are going to probably have Scheffler in our lineup if we're picking.
Oh, yeah.
that's true.
So I don't know if they still have it. They do. They have a parlay right now for Bryson DeChambeau, top American, John Rahm, top European, and Roy McIlroy, top UK or Irish player. And it's plus 13,900. So $10 will get you a $1,400 payout. I mean, it's
that's
not
a
a
bet. You
bad,
do it.
not a
Hit,
bad.
hit
I think
the
I might
bet right now,
slip
Jesse.
in on that.
For $10.
Is that
absolutely.
is that a special on Hard Rock?
It's one of their parlays that they have out there. I mean, it's a long shot, but it's
Yeah, it's one of the exclusives.
yeah.
All right, I'm all in on that. I was gonna buy a lab putter, but I'm gonna do that instead.
I mean, you can take the $10 bet. If you win that, then you can buy a couple of lab putters.
There you go. Perfect.
Buy one for all of Team Europe.
All right, boys, it was fun. Nice to get back together. I can't wait to see you guys in a couple weeks.
Yeah, coming up soon.
All right, man. Looking forward to it.
Boy. Cannot wait.
Take care, boys.
Blakely, something I feel sorry for you guys, but you'll enjoy it. We'll enjoy your company.
Oh, whatever, man. Fuck y'all.
All right. Catch you guys down the road.
All right.
See you guys.
Hey, bud.
See ya.